Hello everybody again from Simplyfoodea YouTube channel. Let's continue the verification of the X-ray, which is the second CCP in our HACCP plan. So the verification of the X-ray start with the visual inspection of the X-ray device itself, but the rejection of the output of this device. The frequency of this detection will be as our monitoring system each 1 hour or every 3 hours, as I've mentioned before in the second and third and fourth principles of the HACCP of our HACCP plan. Then the method of this verification will be the inspection of the rejected bottles or rejected packages and the isolation area visually to ensure no physical hazards are present. But here I'm talking about the rejection package in the isolation area, or it can mentioned also as on hold area. This on hold area is very critical because in this area you are controlling all the rejected products, and we will talk in very deep details on these on hold areas in the future videos. Okay, about the records, it will be the rejection log for the X-ray with proper corrective action and the isolation records, or it can also set as the on hold reports slash records. Okay, the responsibilities of this visual inspection of the X-ray output will be the production labor each 1 hour and the quality inspector each 3 hours. Then, like any device, the verification will be also containing the verification of the machine itself or the equipment itself, mainly about two main factors, the calibration and the maintenance. So the maintenance will be according to the manufacturer instruction or original equipment manufacturer. Okay, and about the frequency or the method, it will be the methods of the preventive maintenance, the overhauling, and the periodic maintenance activities. The records will be the maintenance records and the calibration records or certificates, because sometimes during the maintenance of the machine you are calibrating it before starting the operating of this machine, and the responsibilities will be the maintenance team, and if there is any external third party authorized person or the contractor himself, and of course if there is any calibration authority or maintenance authority. The audits for the verification of the X-ray will be either internal quarterly or external unannounced or external annually. Conducting these audits through interviews, records reviews, and physical observation by trained internal auditors or accredited external bodies. The records will be the audit reports with a smart corrective action plan, and the responsibilities also will be the internal audit team, the external auditor, and the food safety team. Okay, the verification of the CCP are looking in this example X-ray very similar to the pasteurization process for the verification of the pasteurization process. Now, for the verification, also we're talking about the reviewing of the monitoring records regularly, either daily or weekly or monthly, whatever you in your system needing this review. And the method, you will review all the logs and reports by the quality manager. Okay, what are these logs? The rejection logs also, or rejection reports will be also in this documentation process. And finally, the follow-up will be by the quality manager or the food safety team. And before we continue. We'll talk about the calibration of the X-ray machine itself. By this calibration, we are verifying that the device are properly working. Also, the calibration will be according to the manufacturer instruction. For example, the OEM are mentioning that this device must be calibrated on a monthly basis, and sometimes we can mention also it can be internally calibrated on weekly slash monthly basis, and some devices on daily basis. Some factories are deciding to calibrate these very important devices on a daily basis at the beginning of the operating. So whatever the instructions you have mentioned in your SOPs and according to the previous history, you can make the minimum or maximum times of the calibration or the frequency of this calibration, and the method by using the perform calibration of monitoring equipment like thermometers, timers, and laboratory devices. But here in the X-ray, if there is any temperatures, if there is any timers, but it will not be applicable. So in this case, we'll talk only about the X, sorry, ray detection. Okay. So what we are calibrating? We are calibrating the ability of the X-ray to detect any physical hazard. We'll take right here X-ray detection ability to any hazardous material. But keep in note that till now that all my data that the X-ray can't detect the wood. So we must take attention for this in this part. It can detect metal, it can detect plastic, it can detect what anything else from the physical hazard, but it can't detect the wood. Also, unfortunately, the metal detector in the food industry also can't detect the wood. So the control of the wood will be starting from the supplier, from the receiving of the raw materials, from the certificate of analysis, from your visual inspection, from your GMP procedures, and many other controlling measures for the possible cross-contamination from the foreign materials as the wood. And the supporting documents will be the calibration records and the calibration documents, and of course the calibration certificates. The responsible will be the quality inspector, external third party authorized and approved calibration authority, and by this way, we have finished all the verification for the X-ray as an CCP in our example. Stay tuned in our channel and I will continue the validation of the HACCP X-ray in our example as a critical control point. Thank you so much and best of luck of all of you and goodbye.